All right, this is going to be a lot of fun. So, you know me, my name is Shawn Hart. I'm at my studio in Indiana. And basically, what I decided to do every morning, I do this Bible study. I'll read a chapter of scripture and ponder on that for a while. And this is just live, raw, in the flesh. What I decided to do, my business partner, Seth Stevens, and I released this book. It'll soon be 2 years ago, Private Label Millionaire Secrets. And usually when I'm traveling, I'll have people will approach me and say, "Hey, what are you doing with the book? Can I get a copy? I've heard about it." Or maybe they've already read the book and they have questions about the specific stories inside the book. So, what I decided to do was every morning before I shave, well, maybe not every morning, but when I feel like it, I'm just going to come in here and just read one chapter from the book, Private Label Millionaire Secrets. So, a lot of times we read these things and we gather a lot of knowledge from someone else's experience, but we don't really do anything with it. So, what I've decided to do is go in and break down some of the lessons that's taken me 30 years or more to learn. So the idea is for you to be able to receive the lesson and receive the instruction and get the experience, but at the same time, avoiding all the scars. So I'm just going to break it down. Every chance I get, I'm just going to come in here and read in my studio. I'm going to read page by page, chapter by chapter. So let's go ahead and get started. And then I will just answer any questions that come into the comments. I see you guys out there streaming live on, let's see, we have Facebook and YouTube. If you just post a comment, I'll see it pop up. Let's jump in. So, Private Label Millionaire Secrets, it took us quite a long time, like I said, to put this thing together, but it's been taking the industry by storm. And a lot of times I'm out there in these events and people are asking me questions specifically about stories from the book, wanting me to kind of fill in the blanks. So that's what I'm going to do here in this series. There are like 11 chapters in the book. So consider this 12 or 13 or so live readings. So right now I'm live in Indiana in my home studio. And without further ado, this is Private Label Millionaire Secrets. How to find your starving crowd and make a mafia offer that demands attention and converts like crazy so you can make your first or your next million with a private label product. So, where we come up with this is a lot of folks will go out there and try to reinvent the wheel, like they want to go plug this square peg into a round hole. Well, I believe that going and finding a product first and then trying to take it to the market and convince buyers to purchase this is backwards. I believe you should first identify a market, in this case, a starving crowd, identify the market, and then find a product that makes sense that's congruent with that market. If you do it the other way, then you almost have to, it's a lot more expensive, it's a lot more risky, and you have to kind of train the consumer to purchase or consume your product. When if you take this approach, find the starving crowd first, that is the market, find something that is a right market. Like, for example, in the digital marketing world, internet marketing right now, AI, like Chat GPT and so on, all these AI products are super popular and becoming more and more trendy. So if you can find a product that fits that existing market, that starving crowd, and simply give consumers what they already want to buy, then it makes your life and your business and your launching of products so much easier. So the subtitle of How to Find Your Starving Crowd and Make a Mafia Offer That Demands Attention and Converts Like Crazy so you can make your first or next million with a private label product is just that. It's find the market first and then create an offer that already makes sense to that market. You don't have to talk me in to consuming content about email marketing, because that's what I do every single day. So obviously, if you speak that language to me as an email marketer, I'm gonna sit up and pay attention. And if you make the offer so ridiculous that I have no other choice but to take action on it, of course I'm going to take action. And that's what it's all about, finding your starving crowd. So I'm going to read a few peer reviews. These are going to be fun. This one comes from my longtime friend, Mr. Ben Cummings. Ben Cummings was the $1 million seller coach and founder of Amazon Fast Track. Ben says in the book, Shawn Hart and Seth Stevens take you deep inside some of their biggest wins and show you how to stack the cards in your favor when facing the challenge of getting your business off the ground. They don't stop there, though. That would make it just good. This book is great because it's a blueprint for finding your starving crowd and hitching your wagon to it so everything becomes easier. You'll feel like you're reading an underground cheat sheet when you read Private Label Millionaire Secrets, and when you applied simple yet powerful strategies to your business, you'll absolutely grow faster, sell more, create raving fans, be more profitable, avoid running out of cash, and build a brand that you can sell for millions. Shawn and Seth show you the fast and easy way to success using the exact framework that's made them multimillionaires over and over. You can do it the hard way, or you can take advantage of these amazing and wildly profitable tips that allow you to stop gambling with your future, turn the game upside down, and start dealing the cards. I love that because when we deal the cards, we become the house, so we're in control. He says, your business, your choice, Ben Cummins. Here's another peer review, comes from my friend and longtime friend since probably 2009, I believe, Mr. Kevin Harrington, which is one of the original sharks from the TV show, ABC's TV show, Shark Tank. Kevin says, you'll feel like you're cheating when you use the principles in Private Label Millionaire Secrets. I've worked with lots of hustlers since I was responsible for the very first infomercial back in 1980. But when I partnered on a project with Shawn Hart in 2009, I was blown away by his grassroots style of hustle. Shawn's approach to generating sales through marketing is like planting your tree in the most fertile ground right next to a river. When you can identify your market and design an offer that exactly fits their needs and do it in a way that makes it a no brainer decision, then everything else becomes easier. Private Label Millionaire Secrets is the distillation of what partners Shawn Hart and Seth Stevens have accomplished in their private label journey together since 2010. Read this book now if you want the best shortcut I've ever seen to building a $1 million private label business. What this book shows you in all its glorious detail is how to find a market, match it to your own product, and launch that product with all the confidence in the world because you've already added rocket fuel to your product launch with this book's secrets. This book comes with my highest recommendation from the original shark on ABC Shark Tank, author of Act Now, author of Key Persons of Influence, and Mentor to Millionaires, Kevin Harrington. I love what Kevin says there because it's true. Kevin says that it's like having this underground playbook where when you feel like you're cheating when you have the principles. It's like having this unfair advantage over your competitors by already knowing what's working. And the best approach to do that, like Kevin says, is generate sales through direct marketing is like is like planting your tree next to the most fertile ground. And basically, same, he's just reiterating my idea of finding a market first and then simply plugging your product into that market. This one comes from also longtime friend, Dr. Charles Livingston, who is co-founder of the now world famous Life Boost Coffee. Now, when I first met Charlie, he was in my office in Indianapolis and actually was showing us the secrets behind the growth and crazy amount of hyper growth in his company that has now been featured in Forbes magazine and Inc. Inc. magazine is one of the fastest growing companies in the U.S. Charles Livingston says this: a foundational read on the 80-20 of building a successful business. What a great reminder of keeping business simple, with time-tested, proven strategies that will work in any niche. Strategies that Shawn and Seth have used personally to acquire wealth while most struggle to make a dime online. They have successfully combined on and off Amazon marketing strategies to build sellable brands that command higher multiples. This book is full of gold, and the ones who read and apply the wisdom contained will reap the rewards. The path has been laid before you. Be the doer and put these principles into action now. Dr. Charles Livingston. Love that. Charles, appreciate that one. This one comes from another longtime friend, Chad McClellan, who is a CEO of Cass Inc. USA. Shawn Hart expresses his inspirational life journey that epitomizes, gosh, Chad, why you got to use such fancy words? Shawn Hart expresses his inspirational life journey that epitomizes the American dream by revealing how anyone is capable of growing from rags to riches if they understand how to find and feed a hungry crowd by making them an offer they can't refuse. Anyone in business of selling in person or online needs to read this book full of gold nuggets of wisdom, and I guarantee it will drastically improve your approach of how to close more sales. That's again from Chad McClellan. Cool. Let's see. We have a comment here. This one is coming from Jim. Great to see and hear you, Shawn. Hey, Jim, thanks for hanging out with me here on this live reading of Private Label Millionaire Secrets. And those of you who just joined, I'm going to go through this every day or so. I'm just going to read a chapter from this book because a lot of you, when you see me out there in the world of Amazon events, you're always often asking me, like, fill in the blanks for specific stories that are in the book. So I figured I would read the book. I'm just going to go page by page, do this every couple of days until we get through the book. And then if you have any questions, you can post it in there. So good to see you too, Jim. Thanks for hanging out here today. All right, so here's another one. This is from Bob Odell, founder of Best Price Mobility. Bob says, excellent read, easily understood. Just connect the dots and do it. A wealth of ideas to help you succeed, whether you have an existing business or embarking on a new adventure. That's Bob Odell, founder of. There you go. Thanks, Jim. Keep the love showing, man. All right, so check this one out. And this comes from another person, a great businessman, Ronaldo Pelaez. If you're out there, sending you a shout out. He's an Amazon 8-figure seller. Ronaldo says, in typical Shawn and Seth fashion, they over-deliver. The concepts in this book are pretty wide and universal and can definitely apply to any channel or platform across different advertising methods and industries. The way they broke down the most streamlined way to recognize the audience and how to position the offer is genius. The ideas are straightforward and actionable. It's nice to have a huge amount of knowledge all laid out in writing and in order. The beginning was actually entertaining and had me itching to get to bigger numbers while I was in mid-flight coming back from South America. The middle of the book laid out such sales and entrepreneurial info, it was very refreshing. No get-rich-quick nonsense or shortcuts. Towards the end, I feel they may have given away too much information. I was taking screenshots to send to my team before I noticed that they have links to download all the info. Ha ha. Overall, this is a super informative book for any e-com biz owner or salesperson in general. The concept of using these platforms as cheap and easy customer acquisition tools is pretty mind-blowing, and I'm upset I didn't listen to Shawn earlier. I legitimately would expect some of this information in expensive masterminds or courses. Instead, it's all right here in an easy-to-read book with diagrams and data. I think they've given away the farm with this one. Honestly, no exaggeration. Ronaldo Pelaez, Amazon 8-figure seller. Amazing, right? A couple more of these, and then I'm going to jump into the foreword and then the preface, and then probably tomorrow or Monday we'll jump into chapter 1. Check this one out. This one comes from Ryan Stearns, a $100 million seller and president of Stearns Marketing Group. I just finished reading Private Label Millionaire Secrets by Seth Stevens and Shawn Hart. The first thing I did was go to the office of my VP of sales and marketing for our company, Matt Curry, and I said, quote, stop what you're doing, turn your phone off for 3 hours and read this book. When you're done, have everyone in the company read the book. Everyone, sales, customer service, warehouse, delivery, drivers, etc. You ask why? This book is unlike any sales book I've ever read, and I've read hundreds. Private Label Millionaire Secrets is told by Shawn Hart and Seth and starts from the beginning. It's real. It explains how they started and how hard work, determination, and the ability to learn to see what the customer wants creates success. Just give your customers what they want with a mafia offer, and they can't pass it up. Plus, how creating an ongoing relationship with the customer is key. Every entrepreneur should read this book, whether you're just starting out or you've been in the game for 20 years. If it doesn't inspire you to want to find a great new product, improve your current strategy, or just to go sell something, then you should go get a 9-to-5 job. Wow, Ryan. Shawn and Seth are the American dream. Private Label Millionaire Secrets will give you the opportunity to learn more in 3 hours than any business school in America will teach you in 4 years. Thanks for inspiring me for 15 years, Shawn. Ryan Stearns, $100 million seller and president of Stearns Marketing Group. Thank you for that, Ryan. For those of you just joining, feel free to comment, ask questions. What I'm doing here, my name is Shawn Hart. As you know, I'm reading one of my books that we launched about almost 2 years ago, come February, so a year and a half. Private Label Millionaire Secrets. I'm going to sit down every other day or so and just go through page by page, chapter by chapter. Right now, we're trying to get through the peer reviews, which is pretty cool. This one comes from a longtime friend, Bill, aka Elvis, Bill Helming, CEO of NLB Marketing, which is kind of cool because NLB Marketing, the acronym, I happen to know this, but most people don't, stands for Never Look Back. And that's something that my friend Elvis would never do, is look back. He says, this book blew my mind. You know why old hustlers hustle in their dying day? It's because they never learn any new tricks. You guys are magicians. I'm 58 years old and I'm going to try something new because your book impressed the heck out of me. I've known Shawn for some 25 years. We both came from the same cloth. Don't sell, don't eat. In the beginning, deals were small. As time went on, they got bigger and better. We shared bread a lot, meaning money and ideas. Shawn and I knew to give someone a slice, you have to have a loaf. I ate a lot off of Shawn's plate. After reading this book isn't giving you a slice of bread, not even a loaf. It's the keys to the bakery. Amazing. Thank you for that. If you have any comments or questions, just go ahead and post that in the live stream. I can see you out there on Facebook. We have those in Private Label Millionaire Secrets Facebook group. Some of you are streaming live on YouTube on the Post Purchase Pro channel, and some of you are watching the live stream on my personal Facebook feed. So I'm just going to do this live and raw before I shave, before I start my day, and we're going to burn through this thing. I hope you enjoyed as much as we enjoyed writing it. All right, next one comes from Jim Bird, my old accountant. Straightforward facts on how you can become a millionaire from someone who has done it. Shawn Hart tells a story of risk that led him to find the secrets of success that he explains in detail, and you can duplicate to create your own success. Who knew that a, quote, starving crowd and post-purchase marketing could be the secret? This book belongs in every business school in America. I will be recommending it to everyone seeking success. Jim Bird, Income Taxes, Bookkeeping, and Consulting. Great. So now we're through that. Let's try to burn through the foreword and then also hopefully the preface, and then I'll jump into chapter 1 during the next reading. Remember, this is Private Label Millionaire Secrets, how to find your starving crowd and make a mafia offer that demands attention and converts like crazy so you can make your first or next million with a private label product. Although this book is available on Amazon, Amazon.com. You can find Private Label Millionaire Secrets. I think it's like $3 or $4. It's the lowest price the platform will allow us to sell it. You can find it on Audible for whatever the lowest price is, and you can even get this on Kindle for 99 cents, all right? The purpose of writing and publishing this book was not to earn a profit from it. The purpose of publishing this book was to help you and thousands of other entrepreneurs around the world avoid the many pitfalls and mistakes that I've seen and made in my time. Now I'm 48 years young. I got plenty of gray hair here to prove it, right? So what we've done is distilled all of the marketing magic or mojo, if you will, and put it in a easy to read. It's about 125 page book that you can easily read in a 3-hour setting. So let's jump in here and look at the special thanks. So this is my special thanks to God, my Father in heaven, for blessing me with the skills to achieve anything and just the right amount of stubbornness to try. I'll never feel worthy of your continued love, forgiveness, faith, and blessings. To my mother, Diana Malone, for always being on my side and for your tireless support, even when I was wrong. I miss you, Mama. To my father, Ray Hart, for teaching me the fundamentals of salesmanship at a young age and for always being at the ready when I had a new hot flash or an idea. To my wonderful wife, Crystal Hart, aka Cry, for the endless support. I always know that you have my back, that you're back there quietly pushing me to be my best, and for giving me 3 wonderful little hearts, Cash, Moses, and Heaven. To my children, Cash, Moses, Heaven, and Haley, for your patience and cheers from the sidelines. I see your love and sacrifices each day as your father and your hero. Also, to my business partner, Seth Stevens, and co author, an excellent student. You've been an inspiration for me to stay in the game far longer than I thought I would. Thank you for trying to keep this old man relevant, valuable. This is special thanks from my co author, Seth Stevens. Seth says, to Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, you paid the ultimate price for us all. I am overwhelmed with all the blessings you have, or I have in my life because of your love. To my wife, Ashley, for never doubting me for a second. Even when I doubted myself, I couldn't have done any of this without you and wouldn't want to. You have filled my life with love, given me a family, and supported me in every way imaginable. I am forever grateful to have you as my partner in life. To my children, Scarlett and Graham, for bringing me more love and joy than I ever could have imagined. No matter how difficult life is, your little lights always shine brighter. I'm so proud to be your dad. To my parents, Dwight and Kim, for your unconditional love. You've taught me the most valuable lessons in life and always allowed me to chase my dreams. To my business partner, Shawn Hart, that's me, for proving to me that it is possible to succeed at anything with enough persistence and enthusiasm. I am so grateful for your mentorship, encouragement, and drive. I wouldn't be where I am today without you. Wow, touching, right? So I'm going to jump in and we're going to read the preface. We in the book, it's called "Read This First," which the idea was we wanted to do this so that you wouldn't skip it because, like Seth says, I never read the preface and I never read the back of the book. Like Seth literally has never read the back of a book, which is like for me, it's like the trailer of the book. It tells me what's going on, right? So our philosophy for this book simply is this: when facing seemingly insurmountable odds, the only thing to do is focus on the goal above and not the obstacles at your feet, which, of course, this comes from a distant mentor, author who is now passed, Og Mandino, author of The Greatest Salesman in the World. Okay, so let's jump in here to read this first, also known as a preface, and then I'll end this broadcast, and then next time we jump back in, we'll be in chapter number 1. So this is going to blow your mind, but here it is. After 15 years of battling in the marketing trenches, testing many different offers and making a ton of mistakes, I finally grew to over $1 million in sales in a single day on January 10th, 2010. At that point, I knew that I had finally figured it out. Here's a screenshot of our sales the day we finally broke the daily sales barrier of $1 million in a single day. And this is obviously in the book. It's on page 14. So from here on out, we made a promise to ourselves that we would double down on our private label business. Up until this point, we realized that what we'd been doing was just like gambling. But now we figured out how to turn the tables. Instead of being the player, we could now deal the cards. We've been exposed to many business books and courses over the years, but none of them spoke directly to what our real passion is, which is creating what we call post-purchase marketing. And this has been the true rocket fuel for our private label business. You can easily find thousands of books that will talk about front-end marketing, but it's impossible to find a book about the phenomenon that is post-purchase marketing as applied to a private label business. This is what's allowed us to create over 53 brands, exit 17 businesses, and become private label multimillionaires. Our overnight success took 15 years, but if we would have known the importance of creating an amazing offer, putting it in front of the perfect audience, and following up with our customers with post-purchase marketing, statistically, it would have taken us less than 1/3 of that time. After spending several years consulting with other entrepreneurs on how to successfully build private label brands, we became more and more aware of how little our sellers in our community truly understood the power of post-purchase marketing. This commonly ignored marketing channel was directly responsible for 41% of every dollar we've ever made. 41 cents of every dollar we have today would not exist without this important part of business. Just think about that. What if 41% of your revenue came from these strategies that I'm sharing in the book? So sure, you can go buy it on Amazon, or you can download it on Kindle or listen to the audio version, but I'm literally going to read you chapter for chapter right here at no charge. You can come back and watch these recordings later anytime you like, but I'm giving you all of the gold directly from my book without ever having to purchase it. And you can easily add comments. If you ask a question in the YouTube comments or in the Facebook or live stream, I'll get those comments and I'll answer your questions. My intention is to give you the knowledge and the experience and allowing you to avoid the scars. So any business, I'm back to the book now. This is the preface. Any business that's not giving attention to building a relationship with their customers after the initial purchase is leaving up to 67% of potential revenue on the table. What you'll learn in this book is how the biggest businesses in the world put an enormous amount of effort into creating relationships with their customers through post-purchase marketing and creating amazing offers that simply cannot be refused. We now call these mafia offers. When you get this right, it's not gambling anymore. It's like buying one single lottery ticket and knowing that you're automatically going to win every Powerball drawing for the next 10 years. It could take you playing 100,000 hands of poker before you could make something as useful, or pardon me, before you can make something as difficult as winning the World Series of Poker look easy. I told you I'm going to give it to you raw and live. So that's some mistakes and stubble on the chin and all. Your knowledge of the odds, ability to read your opponent's patience, composure, facial expressions, all must be mastered. Just as any or many components exist in this game, and all have to be perfect in marketing and in business, that is, trading value for dollars, to truly stack the odds in your favor. If you play enough hands, gain enough skill, and win enough pots, you can transform the risk filled world of business, which will deal you bad hands every day, into a streak of winning hands one after another. To the rest of the world, your achievements may be hard to believe. However, for you, it'll feel like just another day at the office. The greatest players in history have also lost many games, just as an abundance of bad offers are plaguing the records of the greatest marketers of all time. Us marketers know that we will be wrong 90% of the time. But this doesn't stop us from taking action and testing until we finally resonate so perfectly with our audience that we see a payday so enormous that we never have to work again. You'll always learn more by trying and losing than by winning. In this card game of business, there is a silver lining, though. You can play just one hand so well that you'll never have to worry about money again. We've seen this more than a few times in the past few years, and it all boils down to one thing: marketing efficiency. We've routinely achieved up to 27 times, 27 to 1 return for each and every marketing dollar spent. When you think about this from a return on investment perspective, or ROI, it means that we can spend just $1 and receive $27 in return. This is an incredible 2,700% return on investment. Sure, we've also seen worse, but we do get better with time and experience. This book, the one that I'm reading you here that we released in February of 2021, all right, 21? Yes, 21. This book that you're holding will hopefully transfer our skills to you and compel you to spend more energy on creating mafia offers in hopes that you will achieve similar or even better results. The skills and secrets that we're sharing with you in this book, if learned earlier, would have significantly changed the trajectory of our business. So the sooner you can acquire these skills, the better off you'll be. Now, here's a question: who is this book for? This book is for you, those of you looking for a set of tools that can be used to create monumental increases in your business by using principles that leverage the smallest activities into the biggest results. This can be applied by creating a new business from scratch, or it can be used to turn your existing business upside down, creating a windfall of new profits. Who is this book not for? This book is not for anyone looking for the latest get rich quick scheme or short-term hacks that won't be useful in the coming years. Although we currently leverage Amazon.com as our main marketplace for private label products, this will also not be a technical guide to just one specific platform or another. Instead, you should expect to learn the fundamental principles that can be applied to all businesses and platforms to radically dominate any market with a mafia offer and build a valuable brand. As a side note, and this is you, I'm not telling you to go buy the book because I'm going to read the entire thing right here free, live, in a sequence. I'm not going to do it all at once. But as a side note, I heard this on a podcast and it's made a huge difference in how I learn while reading. Here's what Russell Brunson, founder of ClickFunnels, shared. The hack is this: if you read a book while listening to the audio version at the same time, it stores the information in more areas of your brain. This allows you to retain the content more quickly and easily. This book is also available in an audio version, which I'm giving you here now. So if you want to exercise this hack, this is a good time to get that before you start reading. So if you want to read along with me, then you can grab the book for like 99 cents on Kindle, or you can order the hard copy. Now, I'm finished for the day, but the next time could be tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, who knows. I'm going to get started with chapter 1, which is where it all started, starting with it's easier to get forgiveness than it is to get permission. I think you're going to love that. The concepts that we're going to share in here are just going to be life-changing. So join me. My name is Shawn Hart. I'm co-author of one of many books, but this one is Private Label Millionaire Secrets. And my goal is to give you the entire book, chapter by chapter, word by word, page by page, until we get through the entire thing and answer your questions live. If you have any questions or comments, please post it. Please do me a favor, help other entrepreneurs like you find this channel wherever you're streaming this. I see you on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. forward this to an entrepreneur that you know could benefit from the strategies. Why would you do that? Because helping an unknown entrepreneur out there in the world is one of the best things that you can do to boost your own business. Because here's what I'm going to remind you of. If you were to share this book or these readings with an entrepreneur that you know, then the value, right, and the goodwill of sharing that information will always be attached to you, the referrer. That referee, the person you're sharing the stream with, will always remember you as the person who opened the door for Private Label Millionaire Secrets. My name is Shawn Hart. I love you. I want to say God bless you. And I may be back tomorrow, but at the least, it'll be Monday. We'll jump into chapter 1. Go ahead, follow me on Facebook, like the page, send me a message. Um, Hit the like button and the subscribe on the YouTube channel, and then you'll get notified of future readings. Thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you real soon. Take care and God bless.